The thing is, if you're looking for a Chase credit card or you already have a Chase credit card and you want another one, why should you go for like just apply right away, even if you had the opportunity to pre-qualify? Because the whole thing is you want to preserve your FICO score. You want to have a soft pull first to see what kinds of options you have available before you even actually go further. So in today's conversation, I want to explain to you how to pre-qualify for Chase credit cards. So let me give you an overview about the whole thing, the whole topic first. So when we talk about pre-qualify for Chase credit cards, not all Chase cards are available for pre-qualification. So here are the cards that are available for pre-approval. Okay, so you have the Chase Sapphire Preferred, you have the Chase Sapphire Reserve, you have the Freedom Unlimited, you have the Freedom Flex, you have the Slate Edge. Okay, and so the Chase Sapphire Preferred and Chase Sapphire Reserve are ideal for consumers who want to earn flexible travel rewards or luxury travel perks, whereas the Chase Freedom Unlimited and Chase Freedom Flex are better suited to anyone who wants to earn cash back without paying an annual fee. So, and as for the Chase Slate Edge, this card is best for consumers who are interested in transferring a balance or paying off a large purchase over time. The reason why I'm telling you this is because you need to put yourself in the right category. It's not really worth it to go after a Chase card that you know you're not interested in, but simply because you want to have a quote unquote a Chase credit card. This will be dumb. Okay. The better strategy is to really first identify your needs, and based on those needs, you go after pre-qualification for the cars, for the Chase cars that meet those needs. Okay. Everything must start from you. And remember that I just gave you 5 cars that you can target for pre-approval. You have more. When we talk about the Chase credit card pre-qualification process, it really depends on the state you're applying from. I mean, on the states where you are currently at. It depends also on your financial situation. The thing here is that Chase is constantly monitoring your financial situation. If you have a savings account with them, if you have checking accounts with them, if you have a direct deposit with them, they're constantly seeing your cash inflows and cash outflows and your overall financial situation. And based on those criteria, they will send you every now and then some pre-approval links or pre-approval offers. So speaking about the pre-approval offers, let me give you a few pro tips. So what factors does Chase consider before pre-qualifying you? Okay. By the way, welcome back to the show. It's really a pleasure to have you here. Okay. And so I just spoke to you earlier about the fact that Chase is looking at a constellation of criteria to pre-qualify you. But now I want to dig a little deeper. I really want to explain to you the things that they actually pay attention to. So there are a few factors that impact your approval chances and your pre-approval chances for that matter. So Chase will look at your credit history. So they're not doing like a hard pull on your credit all the time. No, what they do is they do soft pulls. They're trying to see if there's like some kind of like a crazy thing happening in your life, in terms of like bankruptcy or derogatory items or whatnot. They're just trying to be cautious here. Okay. So the thing is, if you have good credit, if you have excellent credit, your chances of pre-qualifying for a Chase credit card are really high. But if you have fair credit, you also have your chance. Now, if you have bad credit, you don't have a chance to pre-qualify for a Chase credit card unless the data that they actually base their pre-qualification decision on, that data is wrong and they thought you were somebody else. But either way, if they had given you let's say a pre-qualification, if they had sent you a pre-qualification offer, by the time you applied, you will be denied anyway. So long story short, you want to maintain a positive credit history. So that's the first thing Chase looks at. They actually look at your credit history. They also look at your existing credit accounts. So Chase will almost always deny your application if you have opened 5 or more credit cards over the past 24 months, right? So this restriction is popularly known as the Chase 524 rule. So pre-approvals, but not pre-qualifications, are one of the few ways you can sometimes get around this rule. Okay, very important. And Chase will also look at your income. So Chase, like more card issuers, considers income on credit card application and pre-qualification offers. So when you really think about the whole thing, is the Chase pre-approval process worth it? I mean, yes, because being pre-approved by Chase is handy if you're looking for a new rewards card but are not really sure where you stand in terms of credit worthiness. Chase has high standards though, so receiving pre-approval from this financial behemoth means you have likely met most of its stringent criteria. Let me give you the approach I want you to follow right now, okay? The step by step that you need to follow. By the way, I want to quickly remind you of today's topic. We're having a short convo about what? How to pre-qualify for Chase credit cards, okay? So how do you actually get approved? How do you get pre-approved for a Chase card? So you have actually 4 ways to actually receive your pre-approval offer. Only 4 ways. Don't let anybody razzle dazzle you with other ways or trying to lie to you or whatever. No. So you can go on Chase's website, on Chase's website. So getting pre-approved for a Chase credit card is as simple as checking the issuer's site to see which cards you are pre-approved for. On this page, you want to simply enter your personal details like your first and last name, your street address, and the last 4 digits of your social security number. Then you want to click Find My Offers to see if there are any cards you are pre-approved for. It's important to know that Chase sometimes removes its pre-approved offers page, which makes the process of checking for offers a bit more complicated. Okay, but it's not impossible if you know where to look. So what you want to do is you want to bookmark that specific page, and you want to occasionally check it out to see if you qualify for something. So that's one way. So one way is through Chase's website. You can also pre-qualify through your Chase account. So if you are an existing Chase cardholder, which you should anyway, which you should be anyway, you can check for pre-approved credit card offers once you log into your account. To do this, follow the steps. So you want to log into your Chase account via desktop or mobile. You want to navigate to open an account on your account menu. You want to select just for you to view your current targeted offers from Chase. You want to browse for any credit card pre-qualifications. You can also receive a Chase pre-qual offer in your mailbox. So in addition to targeting current users via the Chase account, Chase is also known to target potential cardholders via snail mail. So you want to keep an eye for any mailers promoting popular Chase cards, and be sure to scan for pre-qualification language. And always receive communication directly from Chase. Okay. And the last way to actually get Chase pre-qual offers is through card match offers. So another great way to see if you pre-qualify is by using a program called Bank Rates Card Match. It's a tool. So like other pre-qualification tools, Card Match issues a soft pull to your credit, not a hard pull, which means there is no impact to your credit score. So in this tool, you will enter your basic information like your name, street address, employment status, income, email address, and the last 4 digits of your social, and you will then be matched with qualifying card offers from a variety of issuers, including Chase. So it's really a great way to actually do that. And the good thing is, even if you don't qualify for a Chase card, you might find an offer from another issuer that is better suited for you. Let me give you the steps you need to follow if you want to boost your chances of pre-approval for a Chase credit card. So the whole thing here is that, I've already established the fact that having a Chase credit card pre-qual is a wonderful thing, right? It's a great thing. And there are several steps you can take to increase your chances of being pre-qualified and approved for a Chase credit card. So number one, I want you to check your credit score. It's not just about like improving your credit score. I mean, you should improve your credit score anyway. This is really important, but you want to be in a situation where you're constantly checking your credit score. I have made this point on this show several times in the past. People are saying, well, check your credit score. People are asking questions about the frequency of credit score monitoring. Like, should I monitor my credit score once a year, once a quarter, once every 6 months, and whatnot? And our answers, and this is based on 20 and 30 years of experience and research in credit score management. Our answer is you want to check your credit score at least once a month. Checking your credit score should become a routine thing, especially especially now, you have credit card issuers, including Chase, giving you every month on your credit card statement like they actually share with you your credit score. So you gotta really check this every month, okay? You need to understand the higher your credit score, the better when it comes to receiving Chase pre-qualification offers, okay? And when we talk about, if people talk about checking your credit score, people automatically think about annualcreditreport.com. Yes, okay, yeah. But did you know that there are other players, there are other platforms whereby you can actually get free copies of your credit reports and scores for that matter? You have Credit Karma, you have Nerd Wallet, you have Wallet Hub. Those are good players, okay? So, and so after checking your credit score, you want to pay your bills early or on time. I mean, this is just like basic advice that you receive from your parents, that you receive from financial websites, you receive from experts. You want to pay all your bills early or on time, all the time. Very important. This is a great way to actually boost your chances of pre-approval for a Chase credit card. The next thing you want to do if you want to boost your chances of receiving a Chase credit card is to actually keep your credit utilization low. By the way, I want to quickly remind you of today's conversation. What are we talking about? We're talking about how to pre-qualify for Chase credit cards, okay? Now, the whole thing about credit utilization is it's just that, it is a criterion upon which Chase and other credit card issuers for that matter, they base their decision in terms of a qualification or also pre-qualifications for credit cards, okay? There was an article not long ago in the Los Angeles Times, the LA Times, that said that credit utilization ratio really was a harbinger for success or disaster when it comes to financial creditworthiness. I mean, you have scores of articles in the Wall Street Journal, the New York Times, on scores of articles of research done by financial platforms such as Kiplinger, such as MarketWatch, that always say the same thing. Your credit utilization ratio is a proxy, if you will. It's a proxy for your financial health. So what you want to do is you want to keep your CUR, it's called CUR, your credit utilization ratio, you want to keep it below 30%. What we tell our clients, we don't even bother about 30%. We talk about 20%. We talk about 15%. Okay? Don't you actually don't you allow yourself to be in a situation where you are living beyond your means. Boss, don't do that. Okay? And remember that even your credit utilization ratio accounts for 30% of your FICO score. So this is like this is a big thing. This is a biggie. So pay attention to that. Make sure you're making the right decision. Okay, very, very important. The next thing I want you to do here is to actually think about all your household income in the applications. If you want to boost your chances of a Chase credit card, a pre-qualification offer, you're thinking, hey, listen, I'm making $50,000, okay? When you put in your income, make sure that you actually also add your spouse's income. And if you have, because you're probably thinking, well, yeah, it's only me. But when Chase is looking at your application, they will look better. They will look at your application favorably if you're actually applying jointly, especially if you're filing a joint tax return, especially if you have combined your expenditures in the household. Very important, okay? So individuals can list household income when applying for credit, which can be helpful for spouses who stay home or don't work but have access to income otherwise, okay? With that in mind, make sure that you are listing your household income, not just your personal income, on any credit card applications or any credit card pre-qualification forms, okay? Very important. And if you want to actually boost your chances of pre-qualifying for Chase Bank credit cards, remember that when we talk about credit card application, you need to space out those applications. The frequency of your credit card applications is important because if you have such a high number of, if you apply too often for credit cards, you're signaling to credit card issuers that, hey, listen, I'm desperate here. And nobody loves desperation. Nobody loves despair, financial despair, or other types of despair, right? So don't apply for too many credit cards over a short span of time. You are unlikely to get approved for a Chase credit card if you have gotten too many new cards recently. If you've gotten more than 5 new cards in the last 24 months, you may need to wait a year or longer to apply for a Chase credit card you want. So again, going back to what I said, it's all about being very, very strategic. It's all about being patient. It's all about being methodical. And in terms of the timing, and in terms of the specific Chase credit card that you are following, okay? This whole conversation means that you need to plan things. You need to plan things in advance. Here is a bonus for you. If you have made it so far, I want to reward you. I want to reward your attention. I want to reward your commitment. And so let's have a conversation about pre-approval versus pre-qualification. Sometimes you hear those words being used interchangeably, and sometimes you can say, well, what the hell really is the difference, if there is one? Well, different credit card issuers use these terms with varying operational definitions. In many cases, the two are used interchangeably. In other words, they mean the same thing. Having said that, the term pre-qualified sometimes implies a less strenuous check than pre-approval does. So while neither guarantees approval when you actually apply, a pre-approval shows better odds of approval than a pre-qualification. Okay, so when you really think about pre-approval versus pre-qualification, you want to favor pre-approval better. And the question is, what is the best Chase credit card for you? What is the best Chase credit card you should go after for pre-approval? Well, it really depends. Okay, so I spoke to you about, when I started this show, I spoke about 5 Chase credit cards, right? The Sapphire, the Sapphire Preferred, Sapphire Reserve, the Freedom Unlimited, the Freedom Flex, and there's another one, the Slate Edge. Okay, and I spoke to you about the fact that each of them had a specific sort of goal. So you should go after each of them, not each of them. You should go after a specific one based on your needs. Okay, so you need to determine whether you are most interested in a rewards, travel, or business card. From there, it's a matter of comparing terms and benefits between the cards to see which offers what you want and need for the lowest interest. Okay, so this is really important. Do not waste your time on cards that are not going to help you out. Remember that Chase is a really, really, really powerful credit card machine. Do you know that they offer over 30 credit cards, each geared towards a somewhat different intent? You can call it niche, you can call it target audience. So with that many credit cards, 30, you have to be very clear about the specific ones that you want. So you're not really wasting your time. Again, I want to go back to what I said earlier. It's about making sure that you are optimizing your time so that you're not wasting it on something that really doesn't add value to you, and having a card, like having a card in your wallet, and like Chase will give you $10,000 as initial credit limits, but you're barely using it because the card does not match what you need right now. So really, really important to match credit card with personal goals. Thank you so much for your attention. I really appreciate it. In today's conversation, I was just talking to you about how to pre-qualify for Chase credit cards. So I'll give you an overview, the pro tips, the approach. So the approach, you have 4 ways of actually getting a Chase pre-qualification offer on Chase's website, through your Chase account, in your mailbox, through a third-party platform. They have offers such as card match offers, for example. And also give you the steps, the bonus, and now the recap. Thank you. I'll speak to you another time, but until then, remember, stay marvelous.